are getting a little bougie, a little sporty, and you know this lesbian isn't usually sporty, right? And a little sexy, because the Gay Polo League is coming to town. They're coming to Wellington April 25th and 26th at the Patagones Polo Club. And joining me is the founder, the president, and yes, he even knew Joan Rivers, okay? A man who plays polo against his own husband. I love that. Chip McKenney. Welcome to the FayWhat Show, Chip.
Thank you, Faye. It's great to be here. It's nice to have a afternoon in bed. It's been a long time, especially with a woman.
Yeah. When is the last time you've been in bed with a lesbian?
You know, I think this might be my first. I think this is my virgin voyage.
I love that. And you asked permission to your husband first, right?
No, I want him to be surprised. It'll take the pressure off him. You
Surprise.
know, I do want to correct you though. Our event is the 25th.
I said the 25th.
It's not the 26th.
Oh, we're not doing it. We're not doing 2 days. Okay.
We are. It's actually a 3-day event, but it starts Thursday, the 23rd of April, then the 24th, and then our big day is the 25th.
Got it. But it's still 3 days of incredible polo.
Correct.
And let's talk about that. So, Chip, for folks who hear polo and immediately think pretty woman, because that's what I thought, right? Break it down. What is the Gay Polo League?
So the Gay Polo League is a unique organization that I started back in 2006, actually, when I was living in Los Angeles. And we're the only gay polo league in the world identified as that. And we now have members in 15 countries. And what we do is we produce international gay polo tournaments for a year. This is our flagship event in Wellington. This will be our 16th year, by the way. And our mission is to elevate awareness of LGBT plus athletes through sports, obviously. And our platform, our chosen sport is polo. So if you think of ice hockey on horseback, that's exactly what polo is.
Okay, so it's
there's a lot of physical contact, a lot of speed, and it's very physical.
Okay, I'm thinking about, have you seen Heated Rivalry?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, you know you're the only gay person that hasn't, right?
Don't
okay, but you've heard of it.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's on my to-watch list.
And I bet you he has seen clips. So folks at home, it's Heated Rivalry on horses.
Exactly. All right. Perfect.
I mean, by that, I mean, you know, very fit, good-looking, strapping folks that are athletes. I mean, this is what they train for. It's not just, you know, good-looking people on a horse, of course.
And it's a very dangerous sport. So you have to be relatively athletic and you have to be relatively skilled to play it.
So when you started it back in the early 2000s, did you think that it would spread like this in 15 countries?
Yes.
Okay, the intention was there.
I had a vision because I was a show jumping rider. So I rode horses in show jumping competitions.
Okay.
And I stopped that at the age of 50 and I thought, what am I going to do? So I joined, I tried to join a gay tennis league and I tried to join a gay softball league, and those just weren't that wasn't my sport, and they weren't my tribe. I really wanted to do something that was unique and that would have opportunities to travel around the world, to have a sexiness in the sport aspect of it, and that's what polo does.
Wow, and the horses are beautiful. Do you know Danny and Ron?
Yes, Danny and Ron's dog rescue.
Yes. Oh my God.
They come to our event every year.
Oh my God, so I definitely have to go now. Though Danny and Ron have been in my bed quite a few times.
Oh,
I'm a huge pet lover, and so are they. And I fell in love with Life in the Doghouse when we all saw it during COVID. And I was like, hey, maybe they'll come on my show. And
they're amazing.
They did. Yeah, and they are just wonderful representations of our community, but incredible supporters and what they've done, you know? So I was like, I'm going to make them meet if they haven't already. Look at me trying to make people make friends, and they already know each other. Oh my goodness, how funny.
Yeah, and I'm actually friends with the director, Ron Davis, of Life in the Doghouse. Great guy.
Yes, Ron, what a beautiful vision that he had for Life in the Doghouse.
Yes, incredible.
And I know that he wants to do more with them, so look out for that because they're wonderful specimens. I was just at their lip sync event, and it was incredible.
Yeah. They do that every year, and it's so successful.
And they raise so much money, and then you see the amount of folks that they have, like, forcibly made, like, oh, you're friends with me now? You're going to get a dog.
I remember I spoke with their executive director. They placed, I think, 1,100 dogs this season in Wellington. in 4 months. And you know, we're getting off track, I know, but they do such an incredible job of vetting the homes and qualifying the new owners. And
Yep.
I mean, they're just amazing people.
So I rescue on a smaller scale,
Oh, you
right?
do, yeah.
And I've learned so much from them, and I've been able to tap into their knowledge, right? I now rescue with the understanding that wherever I find a home for a dog, I say, hey, if something happens, they come back to me.
Yeah.
And that was something I learned from them. You know, that's just the kind of folks that they are.
It's interesting that their identity to most people is Danny and Ron's dog rescue, but truly they're also internationally acclaimed equestrians and horse trainers.
Yes, 100%. I met. And I met a few jumpers, you know, like yourself, that will accredit them for everything, that their whole careers.
They're amazing.
So they've raised a ton of money, but also you've raised a ton of money. You're up to like $500,000 or something.
Yes.
That's a lot of money, Chip.
I know, it's great. You know, part of this whole opportunity, that the way it's developed and evolved, is we do have a strong platform. And on our event, we're one of the top 3 best attended polo events in North America on a single day. So we get about 2,000 plus people at our event, which will also happen, as I mentioned earlier, in this episode was, you know, on April 25th. And we thought we have a way of reaching people. What can we do as an organization? How would we actually turn into a giving back opportunity? So we raise money. We are a 501c3, but we partner with LGBT-facing charities specifically. And we raise money for different charities for a period of 2 years. The last 2 years, we've been with Elton John AIDS Foundation.
Oh, I love that.
Before, they were great. Before that, we were with Pulse organization, and then before that we were with SAGE, which is an LGBT elder
senior,
and that's great.
And they're an incredible organization.
And this year, our charity sponsor is Equality
Florida. Woohoo! I love Equality Florida.
Specifically, their Safe and Healthy School program. We want to raise enough money to completely underwrite a 3-day or 2-day symposium for educators in Palm Beach County in South Florida to come and learn about all this anti-LGBT DEI legislation that affects school kids.
Wow. That is so important because for many, they only know what they know.
I know. And if you talk to the Equality Florida people, what they explain to you is because it's so vague, schools they overcomply. So they have this program where they go and they actually educate school boards, teachers, educators, guidance counselors, all of that on what is compliance and what is overcompliance. And that demystifies it. So actually there's a little bit more freedom of discussion and education opportunities than we might think.
Chip, you know, I have no children, but my friends do. And a lot of them are about like teenage, age. And I was talking to one of the little girls at church the other day, and she was just like, there used to be a sticker on my drama teacher's room, and it was a safe space for anybody LGBTQ to go to, and be seen and heard, or just have a quiet spot or get away from bullies, whatever it is. And when she had gone back to school, that sticker was gone.
I know. It's
something
treacherous.
So small, like a sticker.
It's so small, but it meant so much to so many of us. And I know when I was a baby homo going through elementary school, junior school, and high schools, it was not easy to navigate that without having a safe space or knowing more about it.
Even having a library to go get some information at, I would say, it was special interest, right?
Yeah.
It was
and upstairs.
It would always be in the back, or you had to ask permission, or it was upstairs, but you were able to have, a plethora, at least a row, right, of books that you could go and chime into and not think that you were crazy. Because that was me, thinking that there was something inevitably wrong with me.
Right.
And having religious parents, like I would sit for hours in a library just to be able to know that I was enough, that there was nothing freaking wrong with me.
Right.
And these kids now, I've gone to our downtown Fort Lauderdale library, and it's empty, a whole row empty of books that they've taken out.
We find ourselves in a very challenged situation. Though I am optimistic, we have to stay out, we have to stay visible, we have to remain full of pride, and it will change.
Yeah. Well,
and that's why, honestly, the GPL is really important, because we are the only polo event that identifies, and I want to make this clear, we self-identify as an LGBT. However, our mission is about elevating awareness of athletes. It's also about inclusion and diversity. We have a lot of allies who play in our tournaments. So we have straight people coming to compete
love that.
our tournaments, and we welcome them, because if we seek that for ourselves, we have to offer that. So it's important that we model the same behavior that we seek.
Yeah.
And I think it's also very important that we stay visible, because this year people would say to us, because the whole anti-DEI push has resulted in us losing about $100,000 in sponsorships this year.
Ouch.
In the last 3 weeks. And that's a third of our budget. And that was out of the blue. I didn't expect it. I didn't see it. These are long-time sponsors that have been with us mostly for to 7 to 16 years.
Wow.
And that just evaporated. And it wasn't them. They were forced to do it by the laws that came into town, or into the state. So that's a real thing. But I was advised by somebody, well, rename your events.
Take the gay out.
Take the gay out and take the DEI out, and you'll get those sponsoring. And I'm like, I'm not going back in the closet because it makes other people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was uncomfortable for years being gay and being in the closet. I'm not going back, nor do I want our event to give that conflict message. We're still out there. We're still going to be visible. And
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen for you standing up, because it's not easy. And again, I don't fault any of the LGBTQ organizations that have had to wipe some of their wording because they don't want to lose all their funding, right? But I mean, this is where we're at right now, right? Like, do we stay true to ourselves, or do we go back in the closet? I don't, you're going to have to pry this ring off my dead lesbian fingers, okay? I am everywhere.
Oh, it's a nice ring. I
Thank
hope
you.
I'm around.
Thank you. I tell everyone I'm gay. I come out every single moment. I go to McDonald's and go, 2 cheeseburgers. I'm a lesbian, by the way, because I want everybody to know. I refuse, okay? Because I do that for the folks that can't,
right,
Chip.
yes.
There are people who, because of their jobs or certain stature, they can't.
Right.
And those folks are even staying farther in the closet with things that are going on right now.
Correct.
Know?
And it's also interesting. This is so much fun. You bring up some great things. People think we come out once, but we come out over and over and over again. And there's always, even, I've been coming out for years and years and years, and I live a very out lifestyle. However, when I'm in a new situation, I come out, and I'm always that beat behind thinking, I wonder how this is going to play.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you never get over it.
No, you're constantly in fear, all right? And that tells me a lot.
Yeah, and I think you have trepidations. I think you're like, okay, well, is this going to matter? And at the end, most of the time, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. And it's like, do I want to ruffle feathers right now? Right. You know what I mean? Constantly. It's like, oh, so what's your husband going to say? And I'm like, what's your husband going to say? Yeah. You know what I mean? But then I also don't want to be the angry lesbian. Right. So it's just very difficult to find to walk that tightrope that we're, I think we've always had to walk on eggshells, but it's just gotten worse.
Well, if it wasn't for angry lesbians, a lot of the progress we've made would not have happened. So go forward.
Let's be real. Polo has this reputation of being very elite, right? Being very expensive and being very old money, How did you make this sport feel less that? Because a lot of my friends go and they don't feel like it's pretentious or anything like that.
Again, it's sort of the romantic version of polo, because it's an ancient sport. It was founded 2,000 years ago in Persia. I mean, it's been forever. Wow. It's played internationally, but obviously it is a more expensive sport than, let's say, basketball or baseball, because you have to have ponies, which
they're expensive.
Yeah, they eat while you sleep. And the other thing is you also need venues. So if a polo field, a grass polo field, is 9 times the size of a football field.
Wow.
So what happens is that means it's not an inner city sport. So people aren't exposed to us. Therefore, people think it's elite because they just haven't been exposed to it.
Got it.
It's much more accessible than you would think if you're exposed to it and you have an interest in it. Our event is very, I'm sure you've heard of Burning Man.
Yes.
And I know you referenced earlier the movie Pretty Woman.
Yes.
So I always say our event, to contextualize the experience, we're like the love child between Burning Man and Pretty Woman.
Okay.
So we want people to come. We want people to come dressed up and feel great. We want people to come and be seen and interact. And we want people to have an experience that, but for the GPL, they wouldn't have had. So it's a beautiful sport, and it's a very spectator-friendly sport. People understand it. Though I have to say, by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, most people don't even see the second game because they're just having fun on the sides.
Well, I mean, again, you're also having some cocktails in the process, and catching up with friends,
and we have a very famous tailgate decorating competition, and the U.S. Tennis Association has been our sponsor of that event for 3 years.
Oh,
so
wow.
they come and give awards, and they, everybody who gets a tailgate, they decorate it. They bring their own food. They bring their own drinks. They bring their own people. And it's
They're having a blast.
Oh, it's a blast.
Oh, my
and we
goodness.
love it. And, that's equally important to us what happens off the field as what's on the field.
Well, okay, talking about off the field,
Mm-hmm.
that is also on the field. This is the part that I love. So you and your husband, Gus, are both professional players, right?
No, we're amateurs.
Okay, amateur
But
players.
we're as good as professional.
Okay.
That's so not true.
Okay.
But I like
I'm
the
going to rewind.
designation.
Wait. They're professional novice players.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've competed against each other.
And we've competed with each other.
Okay. How does
Yes.
that work?
Well, sometimes sometimes not so great. It depends on who wins. This year, we're actually going to compete on the same team,
Okay.
which is wonderful. And our team is also made up of a woman, Gina, who she played my very first GPL event that I produced in Los Angeles in 2010. And she's an ally, and she's coming in, her husband's coming in, and it's like full circle. So it's the three of us plus our pro playing on a team together.
And so does Gus hold anything against you after the game? Like if you
Well,
know.
he's Argentine, so
Oh, he's from
You have
Argentina.
yeah.
La playa. ¿Cómo estás, mi amor? Oh, I live. So he's hot, isn't he?
Very.
How long have you been married?
5 years, together 10.
Okay, which is actually 20 in gay years. Just
Yeah.
to let you folks
Right,
know,
right.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
So anyway, so yes, I mean, you know what? We're both very competitive players,
Mm-hmm,
and both of us want to win. And I'm happy when he wins, but I'm happier when I win. So that's how that kind of goes.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so you both will be on the same team.
Correct.
For one of the matches.
Correct.
And will that be Saturday or Sunday?
So what? We're not on Sunday, remember? So
It's just Friday and Saturday.
Right. So Thursday night, I'll back you up through the whole schedule. So Thursday night, we do a fundraiser for Equality Florida, and that we call Wigstock. Everybody wears a wig, and
I've heard of that.
it's so
I've
much
seen
fun.
the pictures from
Yeah.
last year.
It's a blast.
That looks
because
like a lot of
people
fun.
put on a wig and they just change.
Uh-huh.
So you never know who you're going to get. And then that's going to be held at Mary Lou's in Palm Beach, which is like this hip and happening disco. It's a great, great venue for us. First time we've done it there. And so we have that Thursday night. And that, by the way, tickets on sale at gaypolo.com.
Gaypolo.com.
Gaypolo.com. And then Friday we have preliminary matches, and that night we have a sit-down black tie dinner for 60 people by invitation only, and that's
Nice.
for sponsors and players and significant others. And then on Saturday we have our big event, and that's with the tailgate competition, that's with the polo, the final matches, et cetera, et cetera. And we have a big VIP tent. Again, tickets are available on our website. So that's how the 3 days works.
Okay, I love it. I mean, and there's something for everyone, if you want to just, go and enjoy the looks. What do you wear to something like this? Because I saw girls in beautiful dresses.
Yeah.
I saw others in I saw boys in nice tailored shorts. What do you wear?
I think people generally dress up, but for me, that's because they're reacting to the image they have of polo. So people dress nicely, but they also dress very comfortably, and you can get hot. So you want to wear layers.
Okay, that's a good idea. Layers, so then you can strip.
It is during the day, and then you're right. And then one thing, we encourage people not to wear high heels because it's all on grass. Mm-hmm. So platforms are better.
No, that's important, okay? Because I'll go to people's houses for their events or something like that, and I'm like, you couldn't have put in the invitation that it's all grass.
Right.
But most of the parties I go to, I'm the only girl in a room full of gay boys, so they're not thinking about me.
Well,
But I
you're
have
not the only one wearing
learned.
high heels either.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
I have learned to wear espadrilles.
Yes.
Because that just goes perfect over grass, concrete, rocks, you name it. It doesn't go well in Europe. Just letting you know, know? All right, Chip, so we're going to play a little game, okay? It's called Say What with FayWhat. It's kind of like the or game. You pick one of the options that I tell you, no thinking, just quick.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. Horse or horsepower?
Horse.
Speedo or polo uniform?
Polo uniform.
Champagne or tequila?
Tequila.
Early match or sunset match?
Oh, sunset match.
Winning or looking good winning?
Oh, looking good winning.
Miami boys or Palm Beach boys? Argentinian boys. I got you, Gus.
Yeah.
See, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Boots or barefoot?
Boots.
Athletic body or dad bod?
Both.
Competition or romance?
Both.
Kiss after the match or celebrate at the bar?
Both, for
Yes!
sure. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, Chip, you have built something global. You have built something incredible. You should be proud of yourself. I'm sitting here telling you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
very
bringing
much.
this. Where do you see Gay Polo League in 10 years?
I think we'll continue to build our events. We do one, this, like I said, our flagship one here. We do one in Europe every year, and then we do one in Argentina every year, and then we have a floating event. I'd like to continue to do that. I'd like to continue to be an advocate for LGBT athletes. I'd like to continue to represent LGBT people in a new way. We say we're changing perceptions of polo one chukker at a time. And I think that's very important because within our sport, it's also still very revolutionary to have a gay tournament.
It is. So with your words, it leads me to believe that you would be okay and open to having a trans athlete.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
Fantastic.
Yes, yes.
What would you tell an LGBTQ or a trans athlete that's watching this right now and go, wow, I never thought of polo as something that I could do, but I love horses and I can ride,
Well, let me say, the first thing I tell them is a lot of our players who now play in our tournaments have never been on a horse before they've come to GPL. So we have the ability to help people find a polo school where they can learn how to play safely and accurately and develop some strong foundations. But I also think the most important thing is everybody is welcome at our events. Everybody. We don't have any requirements other than if they come, they make it a better day for other people being there.
Oh, I love that.
So I would welcome anybody who's interested in learning to play polo to contact me directly. Actually, my phone number's on the website. My email's on the website. Call me.
There you go, right? You heard it from Chip's mouth, all right? So tell everyone where to follow the league and how to get tickets.
Okay. Gaypolo.com is our website, and tickets are there as well. And we have tickets for the Polotini Wigstock party on Thursday night, and we also have tickets for Saturday. And we have general admission tickets, we have tailgates tickets, and we also have a VIP tent.
Okay.
So whatever level of budget you're at,
wherever you're at, we've got a
love to have
ticket for you. Okay, that's it right there. And also, you can also follow them at Gay Polo League. Okay, on Instagram also.
Yes, and Facebook. We also have a presence.
Okay, so get your tickets for the 24th, for the 25th, for Thursday, for whatever it is. Get a ticket because there's something there. And honestly, if you're here in Fort Lauderdale, it took me like maybe 49 minutes to get to Wellington. It's not that serious. Yeah. It really isn't.
And it's all turnpike. It's just straight up the turnpike or 441. Easy breezy.
And you're there, easy breezy, and gorgeous. If you've never been to Wellington, Dios mío, like. Oh, it's just breathtaking,
What is Schmeal? I don't even know what that is.
It's my God.
Oh, okay.
It's just that we're very dramatic. You know what I mean? Gus must be like that with you, right?
Yeah, he's
when
like
he
that
loves
about
like a
everything,
meal, he's like. So it's that we're very dramatic people. We're very emotional.
Right.
Okay,
now I know what Schmeal is. That's
Gus is right now cracking up. I love it. Thank you so much, Chip, for being on the FayWhat show. Thank you for what you've built. Thank you for bringing something this fabulous to South Florida and for trusting us.
Well, thank you for letting me share it with your audience and for you to introduce it to your audiences.
Oh, I love that.
And if you want to come, I know people, right? Let me know. We can get you tickets.
Thank you so much. So, Chip, look into that camera and give them your best. FayWhat?
FayWhat?
There it is, all right? Gay Polo League. Follow them on all social media outlets and get your butt to the incredible time that's going to be had on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday up in Wellington. Get your tickets today, all right? We will be right back.